Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Now Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Breeze. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the sneak, Rodgers. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
18. Check 55 to right. We want this.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. They're going with Lindsey. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Gano for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Ready. 5-9.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Play action. Breeze. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
It's just me and you.
Now Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Brown. Whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded about a yard deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets double, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Ready.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go again with Bell. Spins away. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Begin.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Levante David in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Slam. You kill.
First throw of overtime for Breeze. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
He's crashing.
To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Now here's Michael Dixon on for a bit. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Breeze now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Mike, you must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 1st down, it's Bell, and he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike. I've got Louie.
Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Mahomes. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On play action, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Off to Thomas on the left side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Keep playing. Hey, kill. Kill.
Hey, 50 yards to Mike. Go 50 yards to Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Looking downfield for Jones. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 15. Watch the ship. Hey, 57. Ship, watch smoke. Hey, check right. Watch 55. Push him right.
Mahomes now to throw. That one complete to Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On play action, now Breeze. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Michael Thomas, 79 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who can also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're starting to put some space here. First quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's go. Check out read. Over.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Kill. 61, max box, light.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like... But how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And up there, 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On play action, they'll throw. Ertz has it left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Yellow lady.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
64, weak.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 29-yard line.
Line
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Mahomes now on first down. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts, so what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
95-56, 95-56.
On second down, it's Bell. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Breeze. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Odell Beckham Jr., and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
Let's go, baby.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Breeze. Caught here by Bell. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Play action. Breeze. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night. Green Bay and their defense, not necessarily Aaron Rodgers.
And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Kroom, the tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Chris Jones make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now here's Mahomes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, partner, I want to revisit week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
To throw is Breeze. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Check out. Hot, hot. Bang.
Now Breeze on third down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. Is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. 21.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Third and 7.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Check three.
This is Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. And he missed it. It's no good. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's going to float this over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
But no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Out. Watch the safety creep. He's coming. We got double up. Check it. Kill.
On 1st down, Bell. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Check 25. Kill. X3. 218. Jump.
On 2nd down, it's Bell, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
We want it. Come to my work. Spawns. No. Hey, kill. Under. Check 6 guys. What is that?
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Inside at 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, you're a little bit more a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.